Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. This is your girl, Mommy So True. How you doing? My channel is for anyone coming out of narcissistic abuse, anyone trying to learn about what they're going through, and anyone who needs to know that they are not alone going through this pain. Today's video is about pain and it's about going through this every day. If you are a survivor of narcissistic abuse, if you're just coming out of a relationship, if you're still in one with a narcissist, married to one, whatever your situation may be, I completely know and understand the pain that you're enduring. This this type of pain is there's so many ways to describe the things that the narcissist does to us, but the pain actually having to live every day knowing that someone deceived you and lied to you and disappointed you is so painful. You're going to have high days, you're going to have low days. But a lot of your days you're going to spend going over the events of what's happening to you, trying to make sense, trying to figure out why you, trying to figure out why did this man or this woman do me like this. I don't think anybody deserves the type of pain that narcissistic abuse brings. So many don't understand. So many people are quick to make it seem like they got this whole healing thing together. They got this whole recovery thing together. They just make it sound so simple. Just go no contact. Just fall off the face of the earth. Just sit on your feelings. Just forget that you love them. Just know that it wasn't real and just forget it. Make it disappear. Just move on. Stop thinking about it. Stop talking about it. Just move on. Like it's just that simple. I don't know about y'all, but when you actually love somebody, you give your all to them. And to give your all to somebody, just to be disappointed and to never get not even close to that back to them and to have to recover from that is such a dramatic process. This type of pain would literally leave you in bed. This type of pain would make you wish you weren't alive. So many people hurt by narcissistic abuse barely ever recover. They stay single forever. They stay sheltered forever. That alone, that thought alone of wanting to seclude yourself and wanting to shut down from the world because of this abuse, that thought alone depresses me. I've never been one to believe that human beings should be alone. I've never been one to believe that a man should be alone or that a woman should be alone. I believe so strongly in the power of couples and the power of two. So having to accept the pain that I went into a committed marriage and a relationship with someone and it quickly fell apart is so disappointing. I still have to wake up every day accepting the fact that I am now forced to fall into this statistic of divorce. Never in a million years did I think I would be getting married to get divorced, but here I am. And it breaks my heart so much that it led for me to finally push my channel through so I could help other people. I could help somebody young out there that is struggling through narcissistic abuse as a teenager. I want to be able to help you recognize what you're going through so when you get into your young adulthood, you're not falling for the wrong men and women because of your own trauma. I hate to see So many beautiful and amazing young women and men fall into the trap of these wicked people because the pain behind it can be unbearable. If you feel where I'm coming from and you understand what I'm saying, drop a comment. Drop a comment and like this video if you feel and understand where I'm coming from today. After years of dealing with narcissistic abuse, I wake up and I am completely emotionally drained and I don't even know how I'm feeling. I don't even know how to shake it off sometimes. There are days where affirmations feel like they don't work. There are days where I can't even get myself to pray because I'm so emotionally shut down and hurt by the pain. We could sit here and talk about narcissism and define narcissism and break down what these people are doing and all of that. But when we log off of YouTube and when we shut down our social medias, we still have to face ourselves and we still have to think about what we just went through. We still have to deal with all these emotions and these feelings. The recovery process from narcissistic abuse is a deep process. Every day is a battle. Every day I have to constantly tell myself that all is well in my world. And I have to constantly tell myself that I do approve of myself because sometimes the events and the trauma gets me in my thoughts. And it brings negative thoughts and I have to catch myself and shut it down immediately. So many of us, because of this pain, we are unwilling to love again. And I just think that is so messed up to know that we gave our hearts and our souls, our body, our mind, our time, and our world to someone and they paid us back with complete dirt disappointment. They cheated and left us for other people. It has left some of us so distraught that we don't see ourselves ever remarrying, ever taking someone serious and dating again. Pain of having to live with yourself and look at yourself after you've been abused like this is undescribable. So many of us have to accept that the person we thought we were going to grow old with was not real. Having to accept that no matter how many times you did forgive them or how many times you will forgive them, if you stay, it's going to be a lifetime of abusive behaviors. The pain of this abuse can have you so consumed in your head that you won't even be able to focus on work. You won't be able to flow and maneuver in your life like you're supposed to because there's just so much to think about, so much to make sense of. These people are destroying homes. They're tearing families apart. So many of us, the pain goes beyond you loving just that person. You might have fell in love with their children. That alone, having to separate from that alone is hurtful. See, the funny thing about being in love is when you're in love, you're supposed to be all into each other. You're supposed to be all into each other. You're supposed to give up parts of you to compromise and make marriages work. But when you're coming out of a situation where it was one-sided and only you put in all the real work just to be discarded, just to be abandoned, it definitely leaves you feeling hopeless. And for those of us who had plans of starting families, the pain of having to take this punch in the gut and now pause your life and heal because of what you just dealt with. Now you feel like you're set back in your life again. It hurts. It definitely hurts. It definitely hurts. And sometimes there's nothing anyone can say or do to make you feel better. You just have to take every day at a time. It definitely hurts. It definitely hurts. And sometimes there's nothing anyone can say or do to make you feel better. You just have to take every day at a time. I understand what it feels like. It's like somebody just ripped your chest open and took that heart out while you were still alive. The pain, the pain of living in a world and feeling alone because your own family don't love you. The pain of feeling like you're just not good enough for this world. It's a pain that not everybody understands. Pain of knowing you fell in love with a robot. You fell in love with a false dream. The pain of knowing you will never get a mother or a father's love. After a discard from a narcissist, it can be very lonely. You don't see no love around you, and it can be very hard. These are the times where suicidal thoughts really kick in because the pain makes you feel like you just don't want to do it no more. You just don't want to be here anymore. For those of us that are freshly surviving narcissistic abuse and trying to thrive out of it, I strongly believe you're going to have days where you're going to need to cry those tears. You're going to need to turn the internet off, take a day off work, and let those emotions out, because I think that bottling how you feel inside only makes this worse, because this is not easy to get through. People sit on here and make videos and make it seem like this is just something you can just sleep and wake up and be strong about. No, it don't work like that. And as time goes on, it can seem to hurt more. There are phases of this healing journey that you're going to go through. You're going to have moments where things are going to hit you. You're going to have these flashbacks. It's a process. What I'm learning that's important is that we don't beat ourselves up, because this wasn't your fault. You didn't choose to be abused. You only chose to love. You only chose to love somebody who was incapable of bonding and connecting with you and giving you that same love back. Your love wasn't in vain. You're not going to be judged for loving somebody. Don't beat yourself up. You're virtuous and you honored the relationship. You honored your marriage. You fought for your marriage. Don't beat yourself up. It takes two people to make any relationship successful. You played your part. Don't beat yourself up. I know it's painful. I know it hurts. This pain has pushed you to watch videos like this only to educate you and make you smarter. Your bad days are not your last days. I'm standing with everyone that's hurting, everyone that's still crying themselves to sleep, everyone that's still waking up from nightmares and crying themselves through it, everyone that's still dreaming of themselves crying and waking up and actually physically crying because of how painful this is. I'm right there with you. I understand. I understand that going no contact is not the easiest thing to do. I understand that having to train your brain to believe that someone who you thought really loved you actually does not. I understand it's painful because you still have those good memories about that person, and sometimes it's hard not to ruminate. I understand that you really just don't see yourself with nobody else, and you cannot wrap your mind around why this person just cannot love you back. I understand. I understand that sometimes you have to force yourself to smile just to make it through the day. I understand. You completely lost your appetite. You don't eat the same, and that's not even who you are. I understand. You can't just pick up your phone and call anybody and vent to them about how you feel. I understand. Sometimes it hurts so much that you can't even find any tears to cry. I understand. Sometimes you wonder why God can't just fix it. Why God can't just send you a miracle. Why God can't just bring your family back together. Why God can't just soften this man's heart or this woman's heart. I understand. The pain behind the abuse is real, you guys. Recovery is a process, and you have to take it one day at a time. I'm still in my recovery process. I have my ups and downs. I have my good days and my bad days. I try my best to stay positive every day, but every day does not go as planned because I'm human. I just stopped by to let somebody know that they are not alone. You are not alone. Some days will be harder than others, but stand strong. Go through those emotions and stand strong. Don't let the negativity beat you down. Fight through the depression. I know it's hard. It's time to start loving on yourself. It's time to start loving on yourself. It's time to start loving on you. So this pain does not keep you down. You're gonna sit around and ask yourself why forever if you don't start loving on you now. All right, you guys, this is your girl, Mommy So True. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching today's video. I hope it was encouraging and I hope it helps you through your recovery process of dealing with narcissistic abuse. All right, you guys, until next time.